Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be watching Haminations. Yes, I'm going to be watching with Galaxy Chrisman. Oh, I have such a hard time processing that name. But we have not watched a few of these.
Hey viewers, say hi to the Luna.
We have like 5 cats in this house.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, son, we're gonna fix the car together. Aim the flashlight right there while I tighten that bolt. Okay. You're doing a great job, buddy. And there we go. It's fixed.
Yay, we did it! I love you, Dad. Did you ever do stuff like this with your dad?
Hold the damn light straight!
I'm trying!
Hi, I'm Bryson, and this is my dad. It was his idea for me to start doing YouTube, and he's helped me so much with building the channel, encouraging me, and supporting me through life. He also helped raise me or whatever, and he even saved my life once. Just after moving to a new house, we all decided to take a bike ride around our neighborhood and grab some dinner at—
Okay, guys, stop. I watched a short about this. I didn't know it was from the newer episode.
I completely forgot, so.
the local combination Pizza Putt and Bach Hotel. Wait, I was still new to riding a bike, and when we started going down a big hill, I started to get nervous. But my mom assured me I'd be okay. And adults are always right. I tentatively started going down the hill and picking up speed. My fear was immediately gone and replaced with exhilaration.
Oh, no.
This was faster than I'd ever gone, and I wasn't falling over. I turned my head back to my mom. Look, Mom, I'm doing it. I heard my mom yell back, but I couldn't make out what she was saying. I thought she was cheering for me. Turns out she was yelling,
Slow down!
but I couldn't hear her. My bike
Slow
continued to
down.
speed up. I'm going so fast, Mom. Are you proud of me? Ow! Dad, why would you? Oh. Turns out, as I was busy flaunting my skills, I was going Mach 10 towards oncoming traffic. Luckily, Dad heard Mom's screams just in time and passed the QuickTime event to clothesline me at the last second, saving
like
my life.
Spider-Man.
My brush with death should have scared me more, but honestly, I was just like, dang, that was crazy. Let's go get pizza and a Baja Blast. Seeking approval had almost killed me. Luckily, I grew out of my need for external validation. Thanks for saving my life, Dad. Now, the rest of this video will be dedicated to making fun of him and slandering his name. Let's get into it. From as far back as I can remember,
And guys, if I sound kind of weird, that is because I just lost it. Well, I just lost one of my teeth. It keeps happening. I do not like it. Please help me.
Dad has been a Bob the Builder, I can fix it type fella.
The building. He's a building.
And he always tried to make fun stuff for us while growing up. He made a train table for me, a half pipe for my brothers, a deck for our house, a multi-level treehouse with a zip line, and installed a rope swing to the tree out front. And in most cases, he's able to fix things that aren't working. Except his son's attention spans. Or his own. Nobody can. But this blessing can become a curse when something stumps him. I think fixing things is so integral to his essence that once he starts fixing, he can't stop. Come on, you piece of crap!
I love
Gosh, the frick,
doing stuff
dang
like
it!
that.
Dad,
Once I
it's
start
okay,
doing
just
it-
calm down.
I'm completely calm! I can see that.
I definitely inherited his hyperfixation trait. Who's to say if that's good or bad? At our old house, the
there's just
screen
no
on our
wax.
porch door broke off, and Dixie got used to jumping through the empty door. Dad fixed the door and even made a special hole in the screen next to the door for Dixie to walk through instead of the door.
Yep, that's not going anywhere.
It, isn't she?
This is one of the only times I've seen my father just give up. He left the door without a screen after that. Years later, we got a trampoline for the backyard. In all my dad's previous building shenanigans, I had been too young or aloof to help. Or I couldn't hold the light good enough. But this time, I was gonna help Dad build the trampoline and prove to him that I could be handy too. This trampoline used metal leaf springs instead of normal springs. You would use a special tool to bend the metal leaf to clip into the trampoline mat. I was the designated leaf spring bender, and Dad was the designated mat clipper. As we clipped more and more springs, it got harder and harder to get them to connect because the mat was so stretched out. Dad held out the mat and I bent the leaf spring with all my might. I pushed and pushed as hard as I could. Then, the tool slipped off the leaf spring and slammed into Dad's head. Oh my gosh! Dad, are you okay?
It's okay. Just pain.
And I never became a handyman. Whenever my car makes a weird noise, I just call Dad and start crying. My dad isn't just good with tools, he's also eerily good with computers. I'm a little skeptical about the supernatural, but one inexplicable thing that remains true is that technology just works better when Dad is present.
The send email button is broken. I keep clicking it and it won't work.
You just gotta click send.
That's what I was doing! Why did it work for you?
This is such a double whammy, cause it makes you look stupid even though you were doing the exact thing that Dad did, but the computer just likes him better, I guess. I wouldn't be surprised if I learned that Dad has Fix-It Felix's magic hammer secretly on his person at all times. Apparently, all dads have pre-programmed dialogue that they say in all applicable situations. Here are some of my dad's classic phrases.
All right, guys, come on, let's go. Don't rotate my chair. See the crispy part of the egg? That's what's known as a Maillard reaction. It's when food almost burns but not quite, which enhances the flavor and gives it a caramelized texture. Where's the remote? Where's my tools? Where's my phone? Where's my wife? Out of my way, out of my way. I need to be right there. We don't need the rule book. We'll just learn as we play. Did you know that salt used to be used as a currency? Because it was the only way to preserve meat since they hadn't invented refrigerators yet. Don't touch the thermostat.
Boy, stop fighting or I'm calling your father. That's it. Honey?
Kids, listen to your mother.
As you can see, my dad has quite the ability to turn a phrase, but some quotes were so powerful that they only needed to be said once to become instant classics.
Yeah. All right, give me the phone. I'll talk to him. Brody, you need to stop peeing on your brother.
What?
How old's your son? He's 15.
But of course, we can't forget my favorite one.
Oh,
Son
no.
of a f***er.
And that's another thing I inherited from Dad. NPC dialogue. The best way I can describe it is that I have little scripts in my mind, and when a situation reminds me of a story or fun fact, I always say the exact same story in the exact same way. For example, did you know that a trespasser could sue you if they got attacked on your property because the beware of dog sign implies that you know the dog is dangerous? So you're better off getting a dog on premises sign.
Did you know that on an early test run of
Oh,
Space
God.
Mountain, the test dummies came out without heads? The entire ride is also filled with high-power fans that blow on your face and make you feel like you're going way faster than you really are, but you'd never know because you're in the dark.
Did you know that if your brain hears the same information as little as 2 or 3 times, it will probably believe it, even if there's no factual evidence to back it up? Did you know that the moon landing was faked?
Did you know that the moon landing was fake?
Did you know that the actor actually broke his toe right there so the scream was real?
Oh.
Yes, I know!
It
I've
is.
heard these sound bites 100 times before! Get some new material! My dad and I
heard it
aren't
30
just similar in
times.
our hyperfixation and fun fact spewing. Apparently, we also look alike. One time, we were on a plane. I was on the aisle seat and my dad was directly across from me. The flight attendant was walking by and stopped dead in her tracks, looking back and forth between us. Are you father and son? You look exactly alike. You should enter a father-son look-alike.
Okay, no. That is dark brown with beard growing. That is, well, with short hair. That is long-haired, blonde, no beard or mustache whatsoever. Teeny tiny. No.
Contest.
What, did he dye his
what?
hair?
That ugly mug? Say psych right now. Please, say it ain't so. And apparently we sound alike
Say it
too?
ain't so.
Personally, I don't hear it, but to each their own.
My dad is very smart in a lot of ways.
I mean,
he has
I
an
guess you
engineering
can have
degree and master's degree in business, but he doesn't always apply his knowledge in the best way. One time on a road trip by the coast, Dad wanted to drive our Suburban onto the sand with all of us in it. Dad, no, don't do it. We'll get stuck on the sand. Please, no.
We're doing it! Woohoo!
We're sinking!
Don't worry, I'll just hit the gas pedal harder.
Wow, who could have predicted this? This should have been the moment where I realized that adults don't know everything, but embarrassingly, it took me becoming one to realize that most adults are just children, but bigger, some of which have access to the nuclear launch codes. Kinda
Pretty
bummer.
much.
I know. And apparently, not applying his knowledge correctly went way back to his youth. Back when my dad was in college, he had to bike to his classes in
He
the
also
snow.
had
Uphill
basically the
both
same
ways, of
hair.
course. He turned a corner and the bike slipped on a patch of ice. His laptop bag was covered in snow and he went back home to make sure nothing was broken. Luckily,
And
it
then
was
everything
okay,
was
just a little dented. Then he got back out on his bike and he assumed that since he knew the ice was there, that this time he'd be able to bike over it more carefully. So
No.
instead of going around, he took the same path and slipped again. Shit. shattering his laptop.
Son of a
To be honest, he
Sure.
deserves
This is ironic because my
If
dad
you
taught me that
know
the
that
definition of
something could
insanity
happen,
is trying the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. And yet, my dad is known for picking up a new hobby, getting super into it, then dropping it entirely. Rinse and repeat. Baking sourdough, beekeeping, smoking meats, astronomy. One that stood out though was when he wanted to raise a bonsai tree. He was super excited about it, but in classic dad fashion, lost interest and the bonsai tree withered. Then he would try to get back into it and water it and take care of it, but then forget again. This kept happening until eventually the bonsai tree was clearly dead. Despite this, dad kept living in denial and saying it would come back to life and insisting that giving water to a tree corpse would fix it. Dad, it's time to let him go.
He's just a little thirsty. He'll be fine.
Eventually, Dad was forced to admit defeat and throw the tree away. But I wanted to make him feel better, so I bought him the Lego bonsai tree set as a gift. Here, Dad, it's a pretty bonsai tree that you can't kill. But a few months later, I came home to visit and discovered that it had fallen off his desk and broken into a million pieces. This bonsai tree required no soil, no water, and no maintenance. And you still couldn't handle it. How are you ever allowed to raise children? However, a hobby that has stuck with him through the ages is remote-controlled cars, trains, boats, and planes. This leads into another instance of his poor knowledge application.
to school
That
for-
being
to-
using
for
said
being
RC
bad,
vehicles
using stuff bad.
around the family dogs. You would think that after seeing this happen that he'd, I don't know, put the dogs inside or fly his RC toys somewhere else, but nope. The same story has happened on pretty much every family camping trip.
No! Stupid dogs! No! Stupid dogs! No! Stupid dogs!
Nummies.
Yeah, they're the stupid ones. But the sad thing is, if the dogs don't destroy the RC planes, Dad definitely will. I can't count how many RC planes he's crashed. It's not even a question of if he will crash them anymore, it's when. On our most recent trip, Dad bought a big fancy plane that could take off and land in the water. He gathered us all together to watch its maiden voyage, and we all just watched sadly, anticipating the inevitable.
I'm so excited!
Oh,
Let's
God.
play now!
This is my favorite game. Help me.
Inevitable.
No! Stupid plane!
The funniest part to me is that Dad has often expressed his interest in getting his pilot's license and flying real planes. Like, dude, no one in this family is ever gonna get in a plane with you behind the wheel. You failed the simulations. What makes you think you'll succeed with the real deal? Then, of course, as Dad was trying to fix the plane, the propeller started going and Bo grabbed the plane and destroyed it. I would have thought that someone who's so good at math would stop putting RC toys and dogs in the same equation by now. Speaking of math, I definitely experienced the
think
rite of
that's
passage of
insane.
crying at the kitchen table while your dad tries to help you with your math assignment. I was never a good student, but since we moved around a lot, I had to deal with every school system we were in saying, we do math a little differently around here. So that definitely didn't help with our father-son math time.
That's not the way you're supposed to do it, Dad. They want us to do it.
I don't know that way. Why would they change math? Math is math.
okay,
Math
Dad.
is math.
And nothing has ever compared to the dread I felt waking up on a Saturday, getting ready to go to a friend's house, and Dad saying,
You can go see your friends, but first you need to help me in the yard really quick.
shouldn't take long. Somewhere along the way of all Dad's projects, he slipped a disc in his back and had to walk crooked for several months while waiting for surgery. It was the only way to walk without horrendous pain, and it was genuinely hard for me to fight this intrusive thought. There, fixed. But in classic Dad fashion, he decided to live in denial about it. We were visiting my uncle and he invited us to go BMX riding on a course near their house.
Sure, that sounds fun.
Are you sure? Isn't your back in bad shape?
Nah, I got this.
This was a good idea! Although, seeing my dad's back problems was a serious wake-up call for me. I'm not gonna let life ruin my back. I'll do it myself. In conclusion, I'm grateful
get
to my
the
dad
Mr.
for
Burns
encouraging me
hump.
to follow my passion and helping me build my career. And then letting me use said career to make fun of him in front of millions of people online.
Yeah, about that. Me and the board of
wish I
directors
could
have
be like
discussed
that.
this blatant defamation, and we've unanimously voted to kick you out of the channel.
But you can't do this to me. I started this company. You know how much I sacrificed?
Hi, I'm Bryson, and today I've created the most entertaining and epic video you could ever imagine. So let's just get into it. Yeah, I'll just figure it out as I go.
No. Good flying.
Hi,
Bye.
video, and share.
Editor Blue here, just saying I'm not editing anymore other than the end. Bye.